I'm just so happy my father had a chance to see his kids before he passed. I just want to say thank you.
When her father fell ill, the American Red Cross was able to help get Veronica's brother home from the Navy to speak to his father one last time. It's thanks to your donations that we can connect military families when they need it most. Please donate today at redcross.org.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement, and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method, and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month, and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please, call or go online right now.
The following letters were written by our troops.
My dear fellow Americans, I truly appreciate your support. I was starting to wonder if people had forgotten about us over here. But then one of my buddies showed me this website, and now as tears are streaming down my face, I can see for sure that you haven't. Private Emily B., U.S. Army.
It's so heartwarming to see the American people not letting the men and women of the armed forces be forgotten. Your letters make a group of grown men, battle-hardened and gruff, act like a bunch of kids around a Christmas tree. Thanks. Staff Sergeant Matthew H., U.S. Army.
Your support may be the most important thing our troops can carry with them. But don't take our word for it. Take theirs. To show your support, visit americasupportsyou.mil. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Defense and the Ad Council.
Millions of Americans every day are shedding unwanted pounds by taking tested and proven Ultra Lipo Stick. Carbohydrates are bad. Our carbo-fighting antioxidant is good. Just listen to these satisfied customers.
My name is Gail, and I lost like 20 pounds on Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Jared, and I lost 46 pounds using Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Zach, and I actually gained weight. This stuff sucks!
Ultra Lipo Stick is safe and easy to inject. Just 3 doses 4 times a day discreetly underneath your fingernail. Listen to this.
I used Ultra Lipo Stick and suffered from side effects like uncontrollable greasy discharge.
Ultra Lipo Stick, it turned the armpits of all of my shirts orange. This stuff is crap.
Try it today and see some real results. Ultra Lipo Stick. Not available in stores. Results may vary.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge.
most politically incorrect black man on the planet, Rod Eccles.
Well, hello, my fellow Americans and my fellow liberty lovers all across the globe. Yes, indeed, it is I, your lovable host, L. Rod, coming to you live from my bunkerized home studio somewhere within the great granite state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is still live free or die. It is not big government or bust. And I know because I checked again today, it is Monday, July the 6th in the year of our Lord 2015, which means that we are starting a new week and really starting off strong on this new week. Going, well, because, you know, it's a weekend after July 4th. I mean, I'm sure many of you had a wonderful weekend celebration. Just like, you know, you probably listened to all the different, or watched all the different firecrackers. The fireworks going boom, boom, boom in the sky. There are certain places that didn't necessarily enjoy all the boom, boom, boom and crack, crack, crack of gunpowder. But nonetheless, Chicago seemed to celebrate in their own way. The gun-free zone of Chicago suffered 9 deaths and some 49 or 50 people injured from gunfire over the weekend. And we're not talking, white cops shooting black kids either this time. We're talking just criminals with guns out there shooting. And the people of Chicago are getting a little fed up. In fact, some people are starting to say, well, now we think it's time for private citizens to be able to carry, to protect themselves. Because let's face it, when you got 9 people dead in a weekend from gunfire, you know that the cops can't protect you. And this is nothing against the police, the Chicago PD, just that they can't be everywhere. No police department can. What is Chicago? Our 3rd largest city by population? I mean, they obviously can't be everywhere. So, but I think the Chicago PD is kind of lamenting that this sort of thing is happening under, and look, it's under a Democratic. I'm sure somehow Republicans are going to get blamed for this. Now, Republicans don't run the city of Chicago. It's Democrats, Rahm Emanuel. But I'm sure that they will find some way to blame. Hey, see all those deaths over there in Chicago? That's because you Republicans don't want gun control. Well, we have gun control in Chicago, like we did in Washington, D.C. for a time. And evidently that's not working. But because Republicans don't want to jump on board and damage a person's right to bear arms, I'm going to get to the Clinton stuff. Got some Clinton stuff here, but I got to tell you, this whole notion about the Constitution not saying or not meaning what it says, but saying something. You got people out there who are maybe they're not doing it on purpose, taking the founders out of context, but they're doing this over and over. They're doing it more often now. And I'm noticing this on social media, especially on Facebook and Google circles, Google Plus, that they're posting these memes. And you know what? The other big thing is that I'm finding is that they're posting fake memes. They're posting memes saying, well, this founding father said this. And the truth is that founding father never said anything close to what the meme says. But there's another meme going around out there that that has that's from Abraham Lincoln, and it says, well, obviously, the Abraham Lincoln meme is basically saying, obviously, anything that you find on the internet is absolutely true, especially if it's on Facebook. Abraham Lincoln. Well. I have seen memes like that from Abraham Lincoln talking about modern day society and the internet and such, and people commenting on it. Well, Abraham Lincoln was smart. Abraham Lincoln knew what he was talking about. Now, granted, there are some people who are being a little facetious, but there are other people who are totally dead serious about their praise for Abraham Lincoln in stating such a fact about the positivity, if you will, about social media. I kid, you can throw anything up there and you will get a good number of people who will actually believe it's true. Now, obviously, there's no way in hell Abraham Lincoln could have ever said in any kind of quote that would refer to the internet or Facebook or any other social media. Nothing like it was even close to existing back then. He wouldn't have had any idea of such a thing. But here we have a bunch of people, and they're leftist idiots. Well, and it's, I really find it all goes back. It goes back to the time that I was sitting in a theater, one of those second run theaters where you go to the movie. I think it was like $1.50 for a ticket then. To see Starship Troopers, the first one. And sitting there waiting, you had the trivia that came on the screen, and sitting there waiting for the movie to come on, and there's a trivia, and then there you had some information about Susan B. Anthony. And that 11 or 12-year-old girl sitting in the row, I think she was down the same row or at least just only one row back down from me, and looking at her dad and saying, "Dad, I know who that is. We studied her. She's the one that made the first American flag, Susan B. Anthony." I know she was getting Susan B. Anthony mixed up with Betsy Ross, who's the one who's credited for making the first American flag. But you think she would have known better, or they would have taught her better about who Susan B. Anthony was, because Susan B. Anthony would have been the antithesis of Betsy Ross. Now, Betsy Ross was, the typical housewife, stay-at-home mom. She didn't have an